Struggle's real. Welcome back to the shop. This is the second part of the 4.0 build. Tonight I'm throwing the pistons in it. I'm not expecting too much drama since I already got all the piston rings and everything on the pistons. After that, I think it's going to be oil pump and possibly the oil pan. The oil pan is still all dirty and banged up from when I initially took it off of the engine, so I'll probably be doing some work to straighten that out and maybe throw some paint on there. So that's what I got so far. Let's rock. Got the oil pump out of the package. First thing I noticed, prominently displayed, made in the USA. Pretty cool. Little thing that made me nervous is I don't really like this cotter pin retaining this. The other one has a roll pin, and I have a set of roll pins, but I guess I'm going with the manufacturer on this, so I actually spread, it was just kind of bent to the side. I actually spread this open and hammered it flat so it won't move around. In the package, it came with the gasket. Now these are really important for oil pressure, and I noticed it from being banged around. There's like a dent right there, and now I don't trust it. I think I'm gonna get out my gasket material and make another one. Probably the best, most accurate gasket I've ever made. Here's the original, and here's the replacement. It's a little thicker, but I think it'll work just fine. I like to spray these down with tack or spray tack or something like that. Basically, it's just a spray on silicone spray. I like it because it kind of holds it in place while I'm putting parts together, and I use it on pretty much every gasket surface. This one, probably not as important. It's inside the motor, but it is going to be making suction through these holes, and I don't want to lose oil pressure. There's the spray tack stuff I was talking about. Permatex spray gasket. That's what I like to use. This is actually the original pickup. It had a nice healthy layer of sludge baked onto it. So did a lot of scrubbing, some wire wheeling, hit it in the wash tank for a little while, and blasted it out with the air compressor so she's free and clear, no junk in it. I think it's reusable, so that's what I'm gonna do. Wow, struggle's real. I'm gonna take this off and mess with it. Wow, that was a hellacious fight. It went in there, and then I smacked it with the hammer a couple of times. I ain't proud of it, but it ain't gonna leak, and it's definitely sealed in there. I don't think anything got smashed. It just seemed like it was just pretty snug, like the tolerance was not good, but everything still works good. We're still going with it. I am going to prime this engine before I try to even start it, so I'll know if there's an issue with oil pressure right away. I've done that a bunch of times on motors, and it's pretty clear right away if there's an issue. So I think it's going to be fine, just pretty snug. I'm going to get this tossed in. Don't ever use these with a power, like an impact wrench, unless you want a fat lip, because it starts, and then this flies off and hits you right in the face 100% of the time. With that being said, you'll see me in later videos using it on power tools because I'm an idiot. So this is the oil pan that originally came off. This is actually after I had it in the parts washer. So I just scrubbed some of the goop out of there. It was full of sludge. So probably do a little more cleaning on the inside. But I mean, really it doesn't have to be super perfect. I just like to make sure I get all that junk out of there. So we're running fresh oil. It'd probably be a lot less headache to just buy a new pan. I should probably look into that. Maybe I will, but in the meantime, I was planning on just sanding this and painting it real quick. I'd like to blame this on the hard life it had, except for I'm nearly certain that I did that when I pulled the motor. It was pretty tight getting it out of that Cherokee, and although I don't remember it, this just seems fresh compared to everything else. I'll work on that with a hammer and dolly, try to straighten it out. I know what some of you are thinking. That was like a I don't give a about a paint job prep. And the reality is, I kind of don't. The paint that I'm going to use, it's that high temperature Duplicolor paint. Been using it for years. I got to tell you, had really good experience with Duplicolor products. I mean, you're going to pay for them, but a really good experience. Little lay down, nice. Trust me, this baby's going to look tight. Plus, it's underneath the car. I mean, the only people are going to see it are like me and any other person that wants to slide their head under there for some reason. A little banged up, but not too bad. I did manage to get most of this rust off. There's a couple little things here, little dents from when it was a Jeep, when it kissed something high, came up and got it. And then I managed to flatten this out. I actually came over and banged on it more on the anvil and made it perfectly flat. So she's in good shape there. Probably throw a coat of paint on it tomorrow and call it good. I was thinking about just buying another one, but then I started looking at the price. I'm like, that was like 40 minutes worth of work and saved myself like $75 for replacement. So we'll just go with this. If it won't seal and it gives me some headaches, then yeah, all right, I'll buy a new one. But I think it'll be fine. I've done this exact repair the exact same way several times and not had any issues. So should be good to go. So getting ahead of myself, thinking it was about time to throw the oil pan on after the paint dries. And then I got to looking at it and realized, no, the timing cover's got to go on first. This is timing cover as it looked as I took it off the engine, so you can see all the stacks of grime and fun stuff. So I got over here in the wash tank, and I'm gonna go to town on this thing, see if I can't get it cleaned up and pop this seal out of here. As you can see, these things seem to be a labor of love. I think I spent an hour and a half scrubbing and trying to get all the little crevices. That's still not perfect. But I just wanted it clean so it looks good on the motor. I'm sure it'll just leak all over itself again and cause issues. I damn near had to grind, like I was grinding metal to get the old gasket material off of here. It's kind of amazing what a paper or plastic gasket will do over time. But got it pretty clean, feeling pretty good about that. So she should look pretty nice on there. As far as the oil pan goes, it's still waiting to dry. The kit came with these cork gaskets, and I don't really feel like I want to deal with that. Usually with these, you've got to sit here and play games with silicone on each side and sandwiching it and all this nonsense. I just went ahead and got on Amazon and ordered me up a set of silicone gaskets. Plus those are reusable, so if I need to take it off for some reason, that's kind of nice. Anyway, that's it for me for tonight. I will come back tomorrow and probably work on the oil pan some more, and then work on getting this installed on the front of the motor.